within the barren, frozen tundra of the Canadian prairie.
Do you guys bike around the city?
No. Too cold.
Is where you will find a talent that could change the landscape of professional hockey. This shorts-wearing 17-year-old is Connor Bedard.
Sauce, top left. Yeah.
And if you haven't heard of him yet,
Sauce, 5-hole.
that's about to change.
Let's go.
Here we go, Bedard! Shoots, scores!
There's one. There's two. And one more.
Changes the franchise overnight.
He's a franchise-changing player. That's exactly what he is.
The high slot shoots, scores!
It will be the most hyped draft lottery since Connor McDavid.
It's remarkable to see. He shoots it so hard and such a quick release.
Move to the high slot, shoots, scores!
His release is one of the best in the world now at 17.
He shoots.
The ones that have great odds to win it are just hoping beyond hope that they could get this player.
What would you want NHL fans to know about Connor Bedard?
Bedard!
That's in. That's in.
Vancouver, you can't have the backyard rink very often. He'd go around full speed. Full speed.
Stick handling and shooting and kind of, imagining Game 7, Stanley Cup final stuff like any kid, and that's kind of when I fell in love with it.
And he broke everything, pretty much. No rules, really.
I don't know if the no rules was if we were unified on that.
No,
there was no
probably.
rules with you, but yeah.
But I said, you can't stop that because most people don't do it like that as much, with that kind of passion.
Connor Bedard was born on July 17th, 2005. 13 days before his childhood idol, Sidney Crosby, was drafted by the Pittsburgh Penguins. From the start, Connor wasn't your typical kid.
When was the first time you remember reading about yourself in the media?
Probably when I was like 12, I had my first interview with the Hockey News, I think. So I had a little article there, and I thought it was pretty cool. I was in a newspaper and stuff, and all my friends were showing me and whatever. So
Crazy.
yeah, it's pretty young.
Even as a preteen, Bedard was gaining national attention, making things as routine as family vacations anything but.
My sister really wanted to go to Hawaii, and my parents, and I didn't really want to.
He said, okay, I'll go if I can bring my inlines. One of the people working there said, I've worked here 18 years. I've never seen someone show up here with a hockey bag and hockey stick.
Why didn't you want to go to Hawaii?
I just wanted to play hockey. I think it was tough just to not be able to play hockey for about a week.
All right, come on, guys.
What attracted scouts to Bedard was his ability to do everything. But perhaps nothing is more notable than his shot. The reason why? It's often attributed to a night in 2017.
Got hit, kind of awkwardly hit my wrist into the boards and, broke it. I was pretty bummed out, and obviously it's upsetting when you're not able to play, but, I think that's part of the game somewhat.
It was way more serious than we at first thought anyway, because it was near the growth plate, and if you worked it too hard or hit it again or something, it could affect the growth of your arm. Once he heard that, he didn't use his arm for, I think it was 12 weeks, wasn't it?
I played hockey every day basically, so I was just kind of keeping that routine, and I just had, one hand on my stick, top hand, and, stick handle with one hand, and trying to shoot on your backhand, I guess. I think I was starting to be able to raise the puck a bit when, you shoot on one hand. I think it made it a little stronger. I think it helped out my shot a bit.
Once the cast came off, they checked it and it seemed good. His shot jumped another level that year. And that was right after he healed and did all that work with just one hand.
I think just having that challenge for myself, you got to learn how to play, kind of always change your game a little. I think it kind of, expands your toolbox a bit.
age 14, Bedard wasn't just good. He was considered one of the best prospects in Canadian history. In 2020, at just 14 years old, he would join the likes of John Tavares and Connor McDavid, becoming just the 7th player ever to be granted exceptional status. A license allowing him to play full-time in the highest level of Canadian junior hockey as an underage.
When I got exceptional status, playing Gretzky, he called to say congrats and stuff. I couldn't really speak, because, he's a pretty good player, obviously, so I was nervous and everything. And
Do you remember his calls like, "Hi, this is Wayne Gretzky"?
yeah, right after. I told my dad, and he's like, no way, like that didn't happen, but I think it was him. I hope it wasn't someone, pulling a prank on me, but.
All right, I hope it wasn't a prank, because that would just be evil.
I know, yeah, and I've kind of bragged about it a little here, so maybe someone's laughing in the background.
Bedard would be drafted to the Western Hockey League, where he would relocate to the plains of Saskatchewan to play for the Regina Pats.
Your captain, Connor Bedard.
Where seemingly every night, Bedard creates viral moments like these.
It stops up behind the Raider net. A bad angle shot, scores! There's no such thing as a bad angle when Bedard shoots.
Knock into the circle. Nice little move to the high slot. Shoots. Scores!
You just shake your head on some of the things, just like he did that on purpose. Like you can tell from the bench, like who does that?
Bedard all alone in front. Deep shot, scores! And that's what the fans came to see.
That Calgary goal, like that was pretty crazy.
Bedard to bring him up for Regina. 1-on-2, step by the defenseman to the net. The deke, and he scores! Does it get any better than that?
To go through the legs to finish it off. He's beating a lot of guys one-on-one, but he hasn't done that.
You wanted highlights, you got highlights! Scores! This place is going bananas!
This season, Bedard tallied 71 goals and 72 assists in 57 games. He would become a household name in Canada, selling out nearly every arena he plays in with the Pats.
What a shot! What a goal!
But the rest of the world would get their introduction to the young hockey star at the 2023 Hockey World Junior Championships.
Team Canada will seek to win that trophy for the 20th time in its history.
1, 2, 3, here they go!
Lead pass for Bedard. Bedard works right in. Bedard shoots. Bedard walks it and shoots.
Was there a single game performance you're most proud of?
The Slovakia one was pretty cool to kind of have that overtime goal.
And Bedard holds the line. Bedard back with it. Slides in again. Bedard walks right in.
I kind of saw the first guy come at me, try to make a move on him, and then just kind of quick reaction to get by the second guy, and then just alone with the goalie and try to make a move, and then kind of had the empty net, so just slid it in.
That is a goal for the ages. We will see this one for years. Connor Bedard putting on a show.
How would you describe whatever that happened after that, with all the attention you received in Canada and across the world?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, the spike.
Connor Bedard doing Connor Bedard things.
Where does this hype for this kid rank?
I'm leaning Sidney Crosby.
Shoots the puck and scores!
When I got back, it was a lot of people recognized me, more so than before, I think.
2 different GMs at the World Juniors said this was completely turn around our franchise for the next 15 years if they could get Connor Bedard.
How do you feel about potentially being one of the faces of the NHL?
If people are considering me that one day, that'd be awesome.
You have got to be kidding me! Bedard works right in. Bedard shoots.
But when I go home and look in the mirror, I don't really see a famous person. It's just, the same guy I've always been. But just to be able to play in the NHL would be a dream come true.
Bedard hits the shot.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.